A Ukrainian millionaire is asking the Air Force to bomb his own mansion.
The Ukrainian Air Force?
Because I don't want to pay for demolition. It's too much. They want to charge me $30,000.
He's trying to kill his wife.
Yeah, does he think wife kill?
I think he wants cheap demolition because he's like, I hated this shit.
Or he wants some insurance payouts.
They didn't even listen to my imagination.
Why do you think that he would do that?
Insurance payout?
Oh.
Insurance
Oh.
He got war insurance.
Well, they know he's asking, so it'll be fraud then. Like,
No, keep on down low, dude. Who's this snitch that wrote about this? Yeah, let's talk about that fucking guy. This reporter, this whistleblower.
Crazy.
he also was on a Ukrainian morning show asking them to do it. Like it's like a public. He's publicly asking.
Can you just blow up my mansion?
Well, actually, he was publicly like talking about how he asked them to do it. So it's like it's news now.
Is it because it got used by the Russian forces?
That's it.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. So
it's been tarnished.
he wasn't there at the time, but he could see on his security cameras that the Russian forces took it over. And they captured his like security staff in the building, and then they stripped the security, let them walk into the forest, like they released them, but then they started using it like as some kind of operation.
That's what they're like, blow up my yeah.
So
That's kind of fucking G.
Because he could see it happening, he was like, that's the new target, blow it up, they're all in there, take them out.
Dang.
I bet all the fighter pilots want to, like, who wants to blow up the mansion? Oh, me, pick me.
Dude, imagine this guy on like Good Morning Ukraine just talking shit. Like, yo, you guys gotta blow up my fucking house.
Wouldn't they know? Like, wouldn't the Russians know?
Maybe they're not watching it.
They're watching Good Day Ukraine.
Oh, we gotta get out of here!
So they're like, what's on the TV?
By the time it was on TV, they had already done it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of fire.
Can you imagine being the fucking dude on Ring going like, hey, you stealing my house, man? And then you're on Ring like, get out, beach.
No, stay in there. Yeah, that's
that's
pretty crazy. Yeah, they said there was he saw like 12 Russian military vehicles and high-powered weapons,
Holy shit.
including like the guys that were in there. They loaded all his. They took a bunch of his shit too, like to use as supplies. They looted a bunch of other homes in the area as well. They like took all the TVs, the iPads.
I mean, it is war, I guess.
Yeah.
But what would you do with a big fucking TV, like in war, right? Like, how are you gonna take that back to Russia? That's a big. You got it. You're like, look at this fucking 70 screen, you know? I got the 70-incher, man. Come on.
Fell off the truck, right? Is that what it
Fell off the truck.
They gotta put that in their tank, and they still got a war to fight. So they're just running around with a big screen TV.
Imagine how that must feel like, though, to like in the middle of a war to see not robbers in your home, but a whole other armed force take your house over.
Yeah.
It's like what was that one movie? The fucking Red Dawn. It's like that, but like for real.
Olympus Has Fallen, bro. They took over the White House in that movie. That's a big deal.
I didn't even watch that.
Is that Gerard Butler?
I don't know. I don't know who's in that.
I have a neighbor in Hollywood who she's got this like she had the biggest house in our area, huge. It's an old couple that lives there. They're both doctors. And her house is so big that one day she was in there by herself and she was setting the alarm, like arming it, and it wouldn't arm because alarms don't arm when they're detecting movement. And she was like, why the fuck? And she started like, doo-doo-doo. She was like, what the hell's going on? She looked at her camera. People were in her house robbing it while she was in there by herself.
Damn, that's crazy. And it's just such a big house, she doesn't even fucking notice it.
It's so big, and there's just two people, this gigantic house.
What did she do? Call the cops?
Call the cops. She has a room that
Call
like
the government
locks.
to bomb it.
She was like 2 blocks away.
Ukraine, where you at? How fast can you get here now? What's all
That has a panic room. Wow. She has a panic room to go.
But what if the robbers were closer to the panic room and she had to pass them to get to the panic room?
There's like a delay in the feed. They're already in there. Yeah, I know. She went straight in there and like, she called the cops. They came. Then she emailed our group email and we were all like, what the fuck?
Damn, did they catch the guys?
Yeah, they got them.
Okay.
They were just like a group of homeless guys that were squatting like the area, and then they got into her house. Yeah.
Homeless guys in the Millionaire's neighborhood? Wow.
That's the $1 million problem.
I saw this security business that installs like custom things for millionaires, and they were showing some of the shit they had. It's fucking wild, dude. Like Some guys, they get machine guns installed in the wall.
Like a drone gun?
Yeah. And then you could control it from your fucking phone.
GoldenEye thing.
So if they see intruders coming in, they could just press a button and it shoots through the wall.
That's from Call of Duty, bro.
Dude, it's some crazy shit.
Is that like, would you not get, I guess it's more important.
They probably have so much.
It's under booby trap law, so it's all good.
It's under Home Alone law. Yeah. It's on the Home Alone clause. If it's like fucking pearl necklace on the ground and he slips on it, it's okay.
You know
all
what you
good.
see a lot in Vegas? So there's those like super baller communities, and on those houses, you'll see like on top of the window, there's like this big like canister thing, and it's a metal roll down door, like just like the one we have out here. So it'll cover like, because I think a lot of those ballers, that's not the only home they have. They have homes all over the world, so they might not be there for like 6 months at a time. So when they're leaving, they don't want anyone breaking in through the glass or whatever. So outside of the windows, if you pay attention to some of the baller homes, they have the metal roll-up doors. So if they roll all of them down, then technically you're impenetrable. Like you can't, no one could break the glass. You don't need anyone. They can't get out,
they can't get in.
Yeah, you don't need anyone to go check up on your house because it's literally like just, every entry point is blocked.
So it's like the purge.
So no one can zip line into their window anymore.
Yeah, Batman can get in there.
Yeah, they're gonna hit that fucking metal gate and be like, fuck! And then they fall
You
off.
could still shit through the chimney.
That's what I can.
Yeah, that's the only downside.
At least you have steel toe boots.
Yeah. Kick the shit out of it.
You'll get in there.
Doc Martin's getting in there.
I would zip line with my fucking steel toes like this.
Imagine there's like a detective that's like looking over the area and going, someone with Docs was here.
Someone with Doc Martens trying to kick the shit out of this wall.
Must have been a skinhead.
Those American History X guys.
Looks like we got ourselves a hate crime. Yeah, did I ever tell you the story about the freaking squatter across the street from where I lived in Hollywood?
No.
6 months she lived in there, and we thought it was just our neighbor.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. She was this girl that was like, there was like a vacant home. Like you said, some people that own Hollywood Hills houses are just never there. They own like 8 houses.
Yeah.
So then she breaks in, this girl with like dreads, white girl with dreads. Yeah. We thought she was like a cool artist.
Was she spitting her hair all the time and doing this? Hey guys.
She was not, so yeah. She wasn't doing it right. And then when we moved there, she was already living there. So we would like talk to her, like, hey, what's up? One day I came over, she was like showing me her place. And I was like, why do you have all your stuff covered in sheets?
Does she look like
She just looked like a cool hippie.
unhygienic?
Not really, she just looked like a cool hippie.
She's like, yeah, come on over. I'll give you a tour of my home.
Yeah, she was giving me a tour, and I was
She's like, it was built in 1891. This is a craftsman's home.
She had all these things to say, but I was like, why did you cover why is your stuff all covered up? And she was like, I do art, so I don't want paint to get on my furniture. I was like, it sounds
Good backstory.
legit. Yeah. And then it wasn't weird until like months later. She was like, hey, is it cool if I put some of my trash in your guys' bins? Like the trash truck never picks mine up. She's like, I think they're just forgetting. And I'm like, why would the trash not pick up your trash? That's weird.
Yeah, why are they going? Tss,
Hell no.
They have a vendetta against me.
Yeah, so then that was like clue number one, and then it got really bad when one day we threw a party, and then the cop, someone did a noise complaint, and then the cop was like, yeah, one of your neighbors is complaining. I was like, well, it can't be her because she knew, she was invited, like she wasn't the one complaining, she's the closest one to us. And the guy was like, the cop's all, her who? And I was like, why did you say that?
yeah. What the fuck was that about?
And then he like talked to his partner and he was like, looks like she's like, now she's over here. It's this girl who she goes from house to house in the Hollywood Hills, and she's like mental, so she starts to believe it's really her house.
Oh damn.
She's a homeless squatter that she's like famous because they can't arrest her because she never really does anything that wrong.
Yeah.
Other than that. Yeah. But they can't get her out of the house easily because you can't even tell her it's not her house. Wow. Like in her brain, it's completely where she lives. She has parties and people over and everything like it's normally her place. It's crazy.
Well, especially the way she sold that backstory to you guys.
I know. She eventually got out because the cop said, hey, just so you know, like he's like, you know how squatters' rights are. It's really hard. So what you have to do is you gotta be looking through her window. And as soon as you see her doing crack or heroin, then you can call the cops. And they can only take her out when she's doing something illegal.
But isn't that illegal for you to look through a window?
Not if it's within, like, reasonable view.
Oh,
yeah. If I'm, like, fucking,
Yeah.
You can't do crack in your own house anymore? What is up with this, man? What kind of world we living in, bro?
Yeah, they would. Then you can call. Then if the cops come and she's still doing crack, then they could take her out, which we did, and she was. So it was like perfect.
You caught her smoking crack?
Yeah, absolutely. You'll always catch her smoking crack.
That's true.
Every time. That's why they're like, this is what everyone does. Like, you just have to wait till they smoke crack.
Yeah.
Or something.
Just wait till they smoke crack.
What if
Honey, she's smoking crack again.
So if she
Call
didn't
the
do
cops.
anything illegal, she could just stay there?
She could stay there
Yeah.
until they settle it with the owner, who is like unreachable because this guy's probably like a CEO of 50 companies somewhere.
And you know, if you squat in a place like for 5 years, it's technically you have rights to that place.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, they could just steal your shit?
You have rights to the place
Holy
if
shit.
you stay over a certain amount of time.
That's crazy.
That's probably what she was working towards.
I don't know why. It's just part of the rules.
How does she even like detect all these empty houses?
I bet they have systems,
Because
bro.
like even in our neighborhood, almost like I want to say out of 10 houses, like 2 of them are empty. Just because someone just owns it, sitting on it as a maybe like a conglomerate owns it or something, not even a person.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it just sits long enough, like these people that are walking, like when homeless people walk through the Hollywood Hills, not to be like a homeless hater, but like they're basically shopping. Like they're not like
They're
just
scoping
taking
it
a
out.
stroll. Yeah, because like, you know, if no one's in there, you know, like when I had to kick a homeless guy out from our backyard who was like setting up his tent, his rationale was like, no, this house belongs to the people. And I was like, why?
And who are the people? What?
And I think he was thinking that I was also a squatter, and that I was trying.
He's
to,
like, this homeless guy.
I think he thought that I was
This
squatted
motherfucker.
first, and he was like, no, this is like we're supposed to share it. Like I think he thought that like I just beat him.
How's this bum? Hey, at least I'm not inside the house, you bum. He's like, I'm a respectable bum.